Good morning, student. Welcome to the E-class of St. Javier High School, Adipur. We have completed the 2 chapters. Today we will start our new chapter, that is chapter number 3, Fiber to Fabric. Do you know the basic needs of human being? There are 3 basic needs. First is food, second is clothing, and third is shelter. So about food we have already studied. So in this chapter we will talk about the second basic need, that is clothing. So let's see what we have to study in this chapter. So in this chapter we will learn about variety of fabric, how is fabric made, what is fiber, type of fiber, plant fiber, that is cotton and jute, spinning cotton yarn. In spinning cotton yarn we will study that how cloth is formed from the cottons. And the last, yarn to fabric, weaving and knitting. So now we will start with our first topic, what is fabric. So the material which is used to make clothes is called fabric. It means the material which we use to make clothes, that is different types of clothes, that will be a salwar suit, etc. That is known as fabric. Now in market we see a large variety of fabric, and fabric seem to give continuous piece. You see in this round that fabric is a continuous piece. Now there are different types of fabric: cotton, silk, jute, wool, nylon, polyester. These all are the variety of fabrics. Now we will see how is fabric made. Now here is a type fabric. We are zooming this. When we see, this is made up of threads. So this thread is known as yarns. See in this picture, this is a thread. This thread is known as yarn. And when we zoom this yarn, we will see it is made up of still thinner threads. That still thinner threads are known as fibers. See in this picture, in this video. These thinner strands are known as fiber. So this is a fabric. When we zoom it, we see that it is made up of thin threads. That thin threads are known as yarn. And when we still untwist it, we see that it is made up of still thinner threads, that is known as fibers. Now see what is fiber. So the thin strands of thread that we see are made up of still thinner thread strands are called fiber. As you see, when we untwist the yarn, this is the yarn, and when we untwist it, that it is made up of still thinner threads. These still thinner threads are known as fibers. Now we will see the types of fibers. Now we will see the type of fibers. There are 2 types of fiber. First is natural fiber, second is synthetic fiber. Natural fiber is obtained from plants and animals. So from plants we get cotton, from animals we get wool. Wool is getting from the flesh of sheep, hair of rabbit and yarn. And the third is silkworm. Silkworm we get from cocoon. So these are all of the natural fibers. Now when we do the technical innovations or the chemical treatment on natural fibers, we get the synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber is also known as artificial fibers and man-made fibers. Examples of synthetic fibers are rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. These all are the example of synthetic fibers. Natural fibers. The fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fibers. Cotton, jute, silk and wool, these all are the examples of natural fibers. Natural fibers can be divided into 2 types based on their sources. That there are 2 sources of natural fibers, that is plant and animal. Now first we see the plant fibers. These are the fibers that are obtained from plants. From where we get the plant fiber? We get it from plant. And these fibers are extracted from the plants to make a fabric. Examples, cotton and jute. There are the 2 examples of plant fiber, that is cotton and jute. Now we will see cotton. You see this is a cotton, and from cotton we make the different clothes. It is one of the plant fibers that are used to make clothes. It is a soft staple fiber that is found as a ball around the seeds of the cotton plant. We get in form of the ball. In the further slides, I will explain you more about the cotton. Second, jute. This is a jute fiber. It is a vegetable fiber that is a soft, shiny and is spun into four strong threads. This is the most strong fiber. And in India, jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. In 3 states we get jute: West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. Now, animal fiber. These are the fibers that are obtained from animals. We get it from animals. Example, wool and silk. So, first up we will talk about wool. Wool is a natural textile fiber. Wool is a natural fiber. It traps a lot of air. In the wool fiber, it traps a lot of air. That's why it is useful in a winter season. In winter season, what we wear? We wear a woolen clothes. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama, alfalfa, etc. These are the animals which give us wool. As I will show you picture, this is a sheep. You see in this skin there is a wool. Next, goat. You can see yak. In the yak there is a the skin is covered with a woolen fiber. Camel and llama. This is the llama animal from where we get the high quality wool. And last is alfalfa. Now we will next talk about the silk. Silk is also a natural textile fiber which is obtained from the silkworm. Silkworm is an animal which gives us silk. And the wearing of silkworm to obtain silk is known as sericulture. It means the whole process to obtain the silk from silkworm, that process is known as sericulture. This is a silk. Now this is a picture, silkworm. This is a silkworm animal who gives us silk. Now we will see the next type of fiber, that is synthetic fiber. The fiber which are made from chemical substance in industry is called synthetic fiber. When we make any fiber in industry with the help of chemicals, that fiber is known as synthetic fiber. Nylon, polyester, rayon, etc. These all are the example of synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber is also known as artificial fiber and man-made fibers. Now we will see first synthetic fiber, that is rayon. This is a rayon fabric. It is made from the wood pulp. From where we get the rayon? Rayon we get from wood pulp, and after that we will do the chemical treatment in a wood pulp, and then we get the rayon. And it is also known as a artificial silk as it has a characteristic resembling silk. It is almost look like a silk, but in the rayon they was done by the chemical treatment. Second is nylon. It was the first synthetic fiber. Nylon is the first synthetic fiber. It is used in making of ropes, sleeping mats, parachutes and different types of clothes as you see in these pictures. It is one of the strongest fiber. Nylon is the strongest fiber. Then what are the advantages of synthetic fiber? Why does we need the synthetic fiber? So the first, they can be washed and dried quickly. When you wash it, it was easily washed and dried quickly. They are easy to maintain. It means you don't have to press it or wrinkle. Any wrinkle will not be appear on the synthetic fibers. They are cheaper than the natural fibers, easily available and do not wrinkle easily and are very durable. It means there will not be any wrinkles. Now second, difference between the natural fiber and synthetic fiber. First, it is obtained from nature and it is completely a man-made. It means it is created in industry. So in industry who works? Man. So it is known as man-made fibers. The fiber structure cannot be changed. It means how we get from nature in the same way we have to do. But the structure can be changed according to our choice. It is comfortable to wear and it is not as comfortable as a natural fiber. The chemicals are added for processing. The various chemical substances are required for processing. In this, no chemicals are required and in this, various chemicals are required. And it is a glowing natural color. It means the color in the natural fiber is natural. But in this, the colors are added according to our choice. It is environment friendly and some fabrics are harmful for the environment. Now, we will talk about the plant fiber, cotton and jute. About the cotton and jute, we will study in detail. So first we study about jute. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of jute plant. From where we get the jute plant? We get from the stem of jute plant. It is cultivated during the season. When we get the jute, we will get in a rainy season. The jute plant is harvested when it is at the flowering stage. When it grows up to the flowering stage, then we will harvest it, means cut it. Then the stems of harvested plants are immersed in water for a few days. The plant which we harvested, then we will put in a water for some days. So then, when the stems rot and fibers are separated by hand, when you immerse in the water jute plant, that it is the stems are rotten. मतलब stems क्या होता है, थोड़ी सी सड़ जाती है, सूख जाती है. Then we will separate by the hands. As you see in this picture, this is the jute plant. When you harvest it in the water for some days, it appears look like this. And this is harvested done by the separated by hand. Now the next is cotton. Now we will see cotton. Cotton plants are grown in the field, usually at the place having a warm climate and a black soil. Means cotton grow in the place where there is a warm climate and a black soil. Some cotton producing in India states are Punjab, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, etc. In this place the cotton grows. Cotton is usually used to make sarees, shirt, pant, casual wear, curtains, bed sheet, etc. In this, to make this types of clothes, the cotton fiber is used. Now we will see how cotton is grown. The fruit of cotton plant commonly called cotton balls. You see in this picture, in this way the cotton grows. This is known as cotton balls. Inside these, after maturing, these cotton balls burst. When the cotton balls mature, it is burst. You see in this picture, this cotton balls will open slowly. Inside these, there are seeds which are covered with cotton seeds. These are seeds which are covered with the cotton. From these balls, cotton is usually picked by the hand. They can take out the cotton from this ball by using their hand. Now, in this picture, you also see this is a cotton ball slowly bursting, then the seeds from cotton fiber, and it is look like the snow. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing is called ginning of cotton. This is the cotton. They are combing and they are removing the seeds from the cotton. This whole process is known as ginning. Now, spinning cotton yarn. Spinning means that how we make the cotton fiber from the cotton. The process of making yarn, as I show you, yarn means the threads from fibers is called spinning. The spinning of yarn on a bigger scale using spinning machines. There are various machines to do the spinning. There are two major devices called takli. This is a takli, which is a hand spindle, and charkha, which is also a hand operated device which are used for spinning. This is a charkha and this is a hand spindle called takli. Next, now you see in this picture, this is a cotton fiber. In this cotton fiber, he is using the cotton and stitching it. Now you see in this picture, this is twisting it, so they can form the thread. Slowly, when they twist it, they found the yarn. This process is known as spinning. The process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. This is a fiber, this is a yarn. Now for this we use the two devices. That first is spindle, this is a hand spindle, and second is charkha. Now the next topic is yarn to fabric. Now there are two major ways using which yarn is converted to fabric. As we in the previous video, that how we make a yarn. Now we will see how we make a fabric from yarn. So there are two main processes. First is weaving and second is knitting. Now we will discuss about the weaving. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together. When we arrange the two sets of yarn together, that process is known as weaving. The process of weaving can be done on looms. Looms means machines. And the looms are either be hand operated or the power operated. It means we can done by hand also and we can done by the power. So see in this video, hand loom means hand machine and second is the power machine. Now, in this way, the two sets of yarn arranging together and then we do the weaving. See, this is a loom. It means this is a machine by which we do the weaving. Then the two sets, this one is the one and second is this. Two sets of yarn we are joining together. And this is the whole process is known as weaving. Now there are two looms, that is hand operated loom and this is a power operated loom. Now the second process is knitting. Knitting is the second process to make a yarn from fabric. Knitting is a process by which a single strand of yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. In this only we use the one set of yarn. Socks, sweater, mufflers and a lot of other winter clothes are made from the knitted fabrics. Knitting can be done by hand as well as by machines. By both the method we can do the knitting. History of clothing material. In earlier times when people did not have knowledge to process fiber, big leaves and the bark of trees were used by people to cover themselves. At the earlier times when early man does not have the knowledge of fibers, so what they do? They use the leaves or the skin of animals to cover their body. Then after settlement began in agriculture communities, they learned how to weave. They use grass and twigs to make a mats and baskets. So what they do after the agriculture development, they start the weaving. So what they use for weaving? They use the grass and twigs to make the mats and baskets. From they know about the weaving. Now there was an abundant growth of cotton in areas near Ganga, which the early Indians readily used to make fabrics for themselves. So they started growing the cottons near the Ganga river and then they used the cotton for fibers. Now there is another plant named flax which yields the natural fiber. First they grow the flax fiber and the flax fiber is the very oldest fiber. The early Egyptians cultivated both the cotton and flax and used them for creating fabrics. These plants grew near the river Nile. Then they started growing the cotton and the flax fibers near the river Nile. Now, but in those days, people were not aware of the process of stitching. So they simply used to wrap around the fabric around different parts of their body. At the beginning, they don't have knowledge of stitching. So what they do? They cover the fabric in their body, as you see in these pictures. They don't have a knowledge of stitching. Then, even today, unstitched clothes like sari, dhoti, lungi or turbans, they widely use. You see the sari we use in our day-to-day life. These are the unstitched clothes. One day, they are eating the animal, so they see the bones of animals. From bone, they get the knowledge of needle. Needle was the most important invention of that time. See, swing needles was invented. From the needles, they start stitching. See, they are stitching the clothes with the help of the bones of animals. They are not using a iron needle. They are using the bone. And with the needles, they make using a iron needle. They are using the bone. And with the needles, they make a shirts, skirts, shorts.